But yeah, Rick, last question. Do you have any advice for Americans in particular that would be looking to move to Costa Rica? If there's one thing or one pitfall that you see people to fall in that they fall into, what would you say?
I think the one piece of advice that sticks out in my mind, having lived here for 26 years, is that you have to be aware of the social compromises that you're going to have to accept between a US Canadian society, which is essentially based on British principles originally, the English common law system, and the Costa Rica society, which is a Latin society, different legal system, as I mentioned at the outset, civil law system, and based on the laws predominantly in Spain.
Right.
There are significant social differences and compromises that really have to be appreciated. Most people concentrate on the things that we've been discussing, the material requirements to make the move, what's necessary for residency, what's necessary to buy a property,
Right.
all of the logistics of the physical part of moving, say, from the US or Canada to Costa Rica. But they, in many cases, won't appreciate the fact that the two societies, so Costa Rica and either Canadian US societies, are quite different in many respects.
Yeah.
And many people are, after a period of time, decide that maybe they don't like the compromises they're being forced to make and pull up roots and go back to their home country. So that's something to be aware of. Obviously, it didn't happen in my case, but
Right.
yeah, there are
Yeah.
people that fit that category, and you have to be open-minded and really understand that you are moving to a country with a different society.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, make sure it's a good cultural fit at the end of the day. And sometimes it's hard to figure that out on one vacation, you know? so, so maybe spend a little time in Costa Rica, make sure it's a good cultural fit for where you want to be. Um, but yeah, definitely. That's great advice. And I appreciate it, Rick. This is great information. Please reach out to him. I'll leave his contact information in the show notes so everybody has that. And of course, you can reach out to me as well with U.S. tax advice.